All right, you guys, we got some more Grizzly Tales for you.
Mm-hmm.
This time it's more in the holiday vibe instead of on Thanksgiving morning, which is just the worst time to be murdered. During the holidays.
The worst time to be murdered.
Worst time of the year to be murdered. I'd rather be murdered.
No, we're not.
February.
We're not doing that.
March.
February, that's Valentine's Day.
But it's just like early in the year, you know. It's not like a holiday. It's
Sir,
just like a
being married. Being murdered at any point in time is
It's pretty bad, but if you're going to have to pick a day or a time of year, holidays is pretty rough.
You want to know what I think about? This is so bad. I'd be like, damn, I'm not going to see the next season of my favorite show if
You're
something
killed.
happens.
That's the only thing you think about?
No.
So the holiday Grizzly tale I brought is about a dead body that was hidden beneath the Christmas tree.
Oh.
This is for real holiday inspired.
That is sick.
Mm-hmm.
I have a massacre that happened, and he dressed as Santa Claus.
The assailant dressed as Saint Nick for the blick.
Yep, at a gathering. Yeah, man,
Okay.
it's tough. You want me to go first?
Yeah, go ahead. Let's hear about the Covina massacre in 2008 in Los Angeles.
Don't be reading my shit. Hold up.
You didn't say none of that stuff.
No, I was going to.
All right, let's hear about it.
The Covina massacre in 2008, Los Angeles, California. Dressed as Santa Claus, Bruce Pardo knocked on his ex-wife's family home door on Christmas Eve 2008, where 25 people were gathered at a party to celebrate the holiday. The 8-year-old niece of his wife answered the door, and she attempted to greet him. He shot her in the face.
Whoa, just straight up?
Boom.
From the beginning of the entrance of the party?
Boom.
Damn.
Yep. He had come prepared with a gift wrap package containing a homemade flamethrower with a 9mm semi-automatic handgun and 3 additional handguns.
It was wrapped? It was gift wrapped?
Yeah. A gift wrap package containing a homemade flamethrower.
Wow.
He then began to shoot senselessly at everyone. Well, yeah.
It's not a funny sentence. How you said it was sentency.
At everyone in attendance and purposely executing some. His ex-wife's parents, 2 brothers and their wives, her sister, and her nephews were killed. The 8-year-old girl survived with injuries. After he was done shooting, he unwrapped his present and used the flamethrower to set fire to the home. One of the survivors that managed to escape ran to a neighbor's for help. After the attack, Pardo changed into his regular clothes and took off his Santa ensemble and drove to his brother's, where he died from a self-inflicted gun wound. The fire reportedly took approximately 2 hours to extinguish, and the victims were so unrecognizable that dental and medical records had to be used for identification.
Damn. So he pulled up with the Santa outfit, shot everybody, then in a sick theatrical move, unwrapped a flamethrower and burnt the house down.
Burnt the house down.
So he didn't even really do that for anybody else besides himself. He kept the Santa theme for him and probably just to have a cool story after.
Or maybe he was a coward and didn't want them to, if he had the beard, maybe he didn't want them to recognize him.
Like a disguise?
Mm-hmm.
But he still had the flamethrower that was gift wrapped.
Well, I'm saying,
I think it was for him.
I'm saying he came with a disguise. Why not just go and tap, 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 tap,
Right.
you know, in your regular clothes? Like,
But but if it was just for disguise purposes, why unwrap a present that's a gun after everyone's dead? That seemed like it was some sickness involved.
oh, it was sickness from jump.
And then he killed himself.
Yep.
This was not that long ago in our city. Why have I never heard of this? This seems like it would make national news.
Right. 25 people
Killed?
gathered.
Okay.
I don't know how many people. I didn't count how many people died. His ex-wife's parents, 2 brothers and their wives, her sister, and her nephew were killed. 8 people. 8 people killed. The 8-year-old girl survived with injuries.
Why have I never heard of this? Have you?
No. And I think this is
local.
This is a mass shooting. And I think now in our climate, we're so used to mass shootings.
But in 08?
Oh, yeah.
08 was my high school year.
Yeah.
I should have found out about that.
Yeah.
That is insanity.
Mm-hmm.
He looks crazy, too.
Yeah.
What a bum.
He looks like...
Nothing should make you that mad.
Yeah. He looks demented.
Like, he was killing people that I would be very surprised had anything to do with his anger.
I mean, he's killing nephews and
wives
nieces
and stuff.
He shot an 8-year-old girl in the face.
That was the first person he shot, right?
She went to greet him. Ah.
Right, like Santa Claus. That's what I was saying. Being murdered in the holidays is the worst part of the year, because now all those holidays that happen every year, it's a wrap. You ain't gonna mess with Santa, Christmas, lights, none of that.
Wait, if you're murdered?
If you were involved in that and that happened around you.
Oh, yeah.
Of course you're not gonna, I'm just saying, like, that ruins it for everybody else.
I think we were talking about this with those Thanksgiving massacres. You know, how the survivors are left with, like, crazy trauma.
And the worst holidays ever. Mm-hmm. All right, that was Grizzly. But is it as Grizzly?
Ooh, Glizzy, what is on your mind?
I was looking at the word Florida.
Oh, and you said Glizzy?
Because of the L. Is it as grisly as something that happened in Flizzy? See, I play out the joke in my head, and it totally messed my tongue up. Well, this happened in Jacksonville, Flizzy. And this is about a dead body that was hidden beneath the Christmas presents.
Yikes.
Michelle O'Dowd, 67, never imagined that her giving and welcoming spirit would be what led to her death when she offered her friend Patty Michelle White, 41, a place to stay after she had found herself homeless. By early December of 2011, somehow the friendship had gone awry, and things had begun to sour between the two. O'Dowd's twin brother was always suspicious of White and grew concerned when she failed to show up to work or answer her phone. He went to her home to check on her and found her foot sticking out from beneath presents underneath the Christmas tree.
What?
Her dead body laid there, buried beneath masses of Christmas presents intended for her family and her grandchildren, her face bloodied. White had strangled her and beat her to death and hid her body there. She also stole her debit and credit cards and was arrested in South Carolina after being found when she used 2 ATMs.
Yeah, she didn't know they could track that.
Family members said that White was a part of the family and couldn't begin to comprehend what had transpired. They were sickened that she would bury the body beneath gifts meant for the children and under the Christmas tree O'Dowd took so much pride in. Christmas was her favorite holiday, and she put much effort and time in decorating for it. White was sentenced to 45 years in prison.
45? She should have got life. Well, how old was she?
47.
Okay, that's pretty much life.
41, sorry. Damn.
That made me really sad.
That was really sad. And we just heard a story about an 8-year-old girl getting shot in the face.
Yeah.
This poor old lady loved Christmas.
Oh, my God.
Took in her homeless friend.
See, what her homeless... So, how long was she on the streets?
I don't know.
Because...
It said after she had found herself homeless, so it seemed like maybe immediately.
Because it's like... I don't know. You got to know your friends. You know,
That's terrible.
there's certain people that I know. Like, I'm cool with you. We good, but you can't live with me.
Right.
You know.
Right.
Like, you gotta vet people a little better than that. Like,
It's a 67-year-old woman, old lady. These are the worst kinds where it's like. Super nice person. Let them in.
the victim was 67.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Let them in. You know, let her off the streets. Come to my home, and then that's how she was killed, beaten to death.
Put her
under the presents. Under the tree, like, come on.
under the tree. Like, come on.
Under the tree, like, come on. Under the presents. Under the tree, like, come on. Under the presents. Under the tree, like, come on. Under the presents. Under the tree, like, come on. Under the presents. Under the tree, like, come on. Under the presents. Under the tree, like, come on. Under the presents. Under the tree, like, come on. Under the presents. Under the tree, like, come on. Under the presents. Under the tree, like, come on. Under the presents. Under the tree, like, come on. Under the presents. Under the tree, like, come on. Under the presents. Under the tree, like, come on. Under the presents. Under the tree, like, come on. Under the presents. Under the tree, like, come on. Under the presents. Under the tree, like, come on. Under the presents. Under the tree, like, come on. Under the presents. Under the tree, like, come on. Under the presents. Under the tree, like, come on. Under the presents. Under the tree, like, come on. Under the presents. Under the tree, like, come on. Under the presents. Under The only person who had a worse time than the deceased was the twin brother who went over and found that. That is sick.
That's horrifying.
Also, burying people under presents, very shitty disposal job. Those aren't even, it's not even dirt.
I mean, but
that's stuff that people want.
She just like discarded her just completely and was like, oh, I'm just going to take everything. Not only am I going to kill her, but I'm going to take everything else from her. Her money, like.
She didn't take the presents. That's a really sick, like, thinking of that woman's last moments is very disheartening. 67. Jesus Christ. Buried beneath the presents. And then I guess what?
On her favorite holiday.
Do we just say Merry Christmas after that, or that's a very dark.
That is.
I don't know how I out-darked your story. I thought that I thought an 8-year-old getting shot in the face.
The 8-year-old was where we were gonna horrible.
Plateau.
But I think yours has more information about the victim. See, mine was about the assailant.
Right. This
yours
one
talked
had the
a lot
family
about
members.
What she loved, what she cared about. Like, she was nice. You know, she did a service for someone. She brought them into her home to help her. Yeah, it was for her favorite holiday. That really, like.
And they said that she was under the tree that she had put so much pride into.
So, yeah. So
if there's going to be a Christmas ghost, I'm coming back. If that was me, I'm coming back and haunting all
havoc.
All involved. Can you haunt a jail? If your assailant goes to prison, can you haunt the jail?
I've heard of haunted jails.
But those be prisoners that died in there, right? Can you be killed somewhere else and be like, what prison should go to?
I don't think it's just limited to people who died there.
I
feel like spirits can travel.
But then you got to live there too. Ew. Usually, like, spirits be like, this house was the house I was killed in was pretty nice. Let me just hang around here because even when they're not home, I'll have a fireplace and stuff. But you haunt a prison, you better buckle in.
A fireplace.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, if you gotta, if I wanted to haunt someplace, I would want to haunt a house at least.
I don't think they care about none of that.
I would. You trying to haunt a prison or your house?
I mean, vengeance is stronger than comfort, I think.
I would be sitting on the prison buses every morning, taking new prisoners into the prison. I would commute to my haunting. Then I'd fuck her shit up from 9 a.m. to midnight. And then I would take a bus back to the city, do my little ghost shit at night.
Something's wrong with you.
Do my little ghost shit, and then I'll be back on the white bus going to prison. And she gonna be like, damn, that ghost wasn't here last night. Actually, he's never really here at night. Yeah, nigga, I'm where I want to be.
Well, at nighttime is probably the scariest. So at nighttime is probably when you should be working.
No, she's already scared and in her head. But then she's like, morning time. Time to go out on the yard. Nah, nigga, I'm out there. Dribbling a haunted basketball.
So you just...
Haunted weights.
You're the worst ghost.
I just want some comfort. I feel like you could haunt and have some comfort at the end of the day.
I think if you're still haunting, I don't think that you're going to ever reach comfort until you're done haunting.
That's a good point. That is a good point. All right, well, that was Grizzly. Tried to, soften it a little at the end, but I'm still a little sad. So, Merry Christmas, you guys.
Damn, Merry Christmas.
I mean, this is true crime. This really happened.
It's gonna
to end on some notes.
They're all gonna be bad because it's all about murder and dismemberment and stabbings and shootings and setting on fire and
I hope they burn in hell.
And
I hope they burn in the deepest and hottest parts of hell. That's as positive as I can end on. All right, you guys, until the next Grizzly Tales, we will see you on the next massacre. How macabre.
How macabre?
How macabre. It's my new favorite word, macabre.
Macabre?
That's a word, right?
What is that?
Macabre.
Macabre?
Isn't that like melancholy, sad, disturbing?
I don't know.
Let me look it up.
Over here like
Macabre.
chupacabra.
No, hang on. I just want to make sure before we cut. This is a really good word.
Macabre. It could be.
Okay, here we
it
go.
Could be.
Macabre. Disturbing and horrifying because of involvement or depiction of death or injury.
You should press that. Have you already? Okay, macabre. All right.
How macabre?